brain does not make a lot of sense sometimes. That's literally what I'm trying to do in life. Bree here, and you may know this, but I love Lauren's Eastside. And this last weekend, she posted a video taking the Myers Briggs personality test, which I love. I have been like obsessed with the Myers Briggs personality test since high school. But similar to her, I've also kind of been on a journey of self-discovery lately. And I feel like I know myself a lot better now than I used to. The last time I took this test was in college. So my results might have changed, and she inspired me to make a video seeing if they have. You know, you should never look to personality tests to define who you are. You are your own person. But sometimes they help you to understand the reason why you do the things you do. Okay, you regularly make new friends. So, I'm socially awkward. I'm bad at making friends. I don't know how to make friends. But I'm also an extrovert, and I like talking to people. My problem is I don't know how to define friend. I'm like, are we friendly? Are we friends? I don't know, and so I will never pursue the contact because I'm always afraid that I'm assuming we're friends when we're not. But recently, I have started making a lot more friends. I'm going to go with somewhat agree. You spend a lot of your free time exploring various random topics that pique your interest. Yes, very much so, yes. Seeing other people cry can easily make you feel like you want to cry too. Yes, I'm a sympathetic crier. I don't have to be sad at all. If I see you crying, I'm probably gonna cry. Or laugh. No, I didn't mean that came out really wrong. I meant, or if I see someone laughing, I'll probably laugh. I'm a sympathetic crier and a sympathetic laugher. I did not mean that I laugh when I see people cry. You often make a backup plan for a backup plan. Yeah, I like plans. You usually stay calm, even under a lot of pressure. I've gotten better at this, at least externally. Internally, I'm probably still falling apart. I'm not gonna go all the way to disagree, but just right there. At social events, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people and mostly talk to the ones you already know. I do like a safety person whenever I go to social events. The thing is, I do like to meet new people. Like, I want to talk to the new people. I just am socially awkward. So I'm going to go with somewhat agree, because if I'm there with people I know, I'm going to cling to them. You prefer to completely finish one project before starting another. I wish. I mean, yes, and yes, because if I don't, it will never get finished. If I don't dedicate myself to a project, it's not getting finished. If I jump around to another project, it's forgotten. It's done. Gonzo. But the thing is, I do jump around. I'll be working on a project, then I go, ooh, shiny, and I see something else that I want to do. Have I mentioned I have ADHD? I prefer to? Yes, I prefer to. Does it happen? Sometimes. So, yes. You are very sentimental. Yeah, I think I'm sentimental. I hold on to things. You like to use organizing tools like schedules and lists. Yes, I love to-do lists. Here is a peek at my Google Calendar. Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall ability to knowledge. Yeah. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. I wish. But no. You are not too interested in discussing various interpretations and analysis of creative works. It has to be something that I'm passionate about. It has to be something that I'm really interested in. I don't like doing it for just like some random thing that I don't care that much about. But if it's creative work that I'm passionate about, I will go on about it for hours and I will find any angle to talk about it, including this. Disagree, because I am somewhat interested. You are more inclined to follow your head than your heart. I'm really split 50-50 on, like, analytical, creative, head, heart, but I do think I lean a little bit more towards following my heart. You usually prefer just doing what you feel like at any given moment instead of planning. No, I need a plan. You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet. Oh, I always worry about that. You enjoy participating in group activities. Yes. I do get anxiety in small groups because I don't know when it's my turn to talk, but I do enjoy social activities. So, you like books and movies that make you come up with your own interpretation of the ending. That bugs me sometimes. I'm not gonna go fully disagree because sometimes if it's done well enough, I'm like, ooh, that's intriguing, let's come up with our theories. I'm always like, but the author has some kind of intent. What was it the author intended? And I need to solve it. It becomes a mystery that I have to solve, and then I obsess over it. Your happiness comes more from helping others accomplish things than your own accomplishments. I do like my own accomplishments, though. But I also like helping others. Disagree. Minor disagree. You are interested in so many things that you find it difficult what to try next. Somewhat, yeah. You're prone to worrying that things will take a turn for the worse. Yeah. You avoid leadership roles in group settings. Strong disagree. I actually love leadership roles. You're definitely not an artistic type of person. Not conventionally, like I'm not an artist with like pencils and paint and paper, but I mean, I make videos, I edit videos, I make thumbnails, I write, and those are all expressions of art. So, disagree. You think the world would be a better place if people relied more on rationality and less on their feelings. No, feelings are way too important. So, hard disagree on that one. Yes, you need to be rational when approaching your feelings, but if people didn't rely on their feelings at all, I think the world would be a terrible place. You prefer to do your chores before allowing yourself to relax. Yes, because if I relax first, they won't get done. You enjoy watching people argue. Who enjoys watching people argue? You tend to avoid drawing attention to yourself. Disagree. I'm not gonna go hard disagree because if I'm in a, bad mental place, I'm really overstimulated, then yeah, I do want to avoid drawing attention to myself because I'm overstimulated and any additional attention is gonna make everything worse. But for the most part, I make videos. Your mood can change very quickly. Yes. You lose patience with people who are not as efficient with you. Yes. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment. Yes. You have always been fascinated by the question of what, if anything, happens after death. I'm gonna go there because I don't dwell on it a lot. I mean, I'm a Christian, so I have a pretty good idea of what's going to happen, but I am, the Bible doesn't lay out the specifics, so there is a lot that I'm curious about, but it gets overwhelming when I stop to think about it a lot, so I try to avoid thinking about it so much. You usually prefer to be around others rather than on your own. I do like to be around others, and if I don't get my social interaction, I do start to feel really drained. But I also need, because I'm neurodivergent, I need recharge time away from others as well. And my brain does not make a lot of sense sometimes. I'll go slight agree. You become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical. I prefer absolutes, for sure, but I wouldn't say I lose interest completely, so I'm gonna go disagree. It's not so much I become bored and lose interest, it's I get anxiety. You find it easy to empathize with a person whose experiences are very different from yours. I find it easy to be compassionate to people whose experiences are very different from mine, but I don't know if I really empathize with them. I feel like I have kind of a gap there where I want to show them compassion, but I have problems feeling it myself. So I'm going to go with somewhat disagree. You usually postpone finalizing decisions for as long as possible. Yes, because I don't know what my ADHD brain will do. So yes. I'm not going to go full yes because I'm a planner. I like to plan. If you haven't gotten it yet. My brain has so many contradictions. That's the reason I've always loved personality tests, because my brain is always at odds with itself. You rarely second guess choices that you've made. Wish. After a long and exhausting week, a lively social event is just what you need. Depends on the kind of long and exhausting week, and depends on the social events. Because there are some weeks where I'm like, oh my, I've been so busy this week, I need to do nothing this weekend. But there are also times that I do that where I'm like, I've been doing so much, I need to not do anything, not see anyone. And then I start feeling worse. I'm like, why am I feeling worse? And then my husband reminds me, hey honey, you're an extrovert, you haven't been around people. I'm like, crap. So I'm going to go somewhat agree, because it's not always the case, I don't think, but I think it's more the case than I realize sometimes. You enjoy going to art museums. I don't dislike them, but I also never really go out of my way to go to them. I prefer like a science museum. So, somewhat disagree. You have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. Somewhat. You have a to-do list for each day. Yes. You rarely feel insecure. I wish. I'm getting better though. I'm getting better. You avoid making phone calls. 100%. I hate phone calls. You often spend a lot of time trying to understand views that are very different from your own. Like, I try to understand the other point of view, but I wouldn't say I spend a lot of time on it. So, disagree. In your social circle, you are often the one who contacts your friends and initiates activities. Sometimes. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible. Yes. If my plans are interrupted, I'm probably just going to shut down. You are still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago. Yeah. You rarely contemplate the reasons for human existence or the meaning of life. Agree. Your emotions control you more than you control them. Yeah. You take great care not to make people look bad, even when it is completely their faults. It depends on the person. If it's someone that I'm close to, then for sure. So I'll put that. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than organized and consistent efforts. No, I need the organization. I do have spontaneous bursts of energy, but if I relied on that, nothing would ever get done. I'm going to go there for disagree. When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take them to feel disappointed in you. Yep. You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. I mean, I do work alone most of the time. I would have always said disagree to this. But as long as it's mentally engaging, then I do like working on my own a lot of the time, especially since I have my fur babies here. Yeah, I'm not going to go all the way because I don't want to be like, yes, I need a job where I work alone. You believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time. No, I don't think it's a waste of time. I don't necessarily think it's for me, but it's not a waste of time. You feel more drawn to places with busy, bustling atmosphere than quiet, intimate places. Yeah. You know at first glance how someone is feeling. No. You often feel overwhelmed. Yep. You complete things methodically without skipping over any steps. Yes, though if there's steps that I think are unnecessary, I will skip them. You are very intrigued by things labeled as controversial? I'm gonna go neutral, because I really don't. I feel like I am neutral on those things. You would pass along a good opportunity if you thought someone else needed it more. Yeah, probably. Depends on a lot of factors, but sure. You struggle with deadlines? No, I need deadlines. Otherwise, nothing's happening. You feel confident that things will work out for you. Okay, so I do tend to be more pessimistic. But yeah, I think to some degree, I am confident that things will work out for me. I'm gonna put that because I am still pessimistic in a lot of ways. Okay, let's see if I'm the same. ENFJ! So that's really cool to know that my personality is still the same. Definitely more extroverted, but do have some introverted tendencies. Closest one is intuitive versus observance. I'm very feeling heavy, but I also do like rational thinking. And I'm very judging over prospecting, because that's the planning. Thoughtful and idealistic, these personality types strive to have a positive impact on other people and the world around them. They rarely shy away from an opportunity to do the right thing, even when doing so is far from easy. Receptive, reliable, passionate, altruistic, charismatic, unrealistic, yep, overly idealistic, condescending, intense, overly empathetic. So yeah, if you want to learn more about my personality type, you can go to this website and read about the ENFJ, and I definitely encourage you to take the test yourself and comment your results. I'm curious. But I actually did want to take another test today, the Enneagram. This one I have taken more recently, but my church small group is doing a study on the Enneagram and we're required to retake the test. So since I have to take it anyway, why not do it on camera? Alright, so I had to download this app. Other people have said I'm too cautious or fearful. I'm always confused when they say other people have said. I'm like, I don't know if other people have said this about me or not. Yeah, I think people have said that. And recently I'm trying to step out of that. I don't get upset about things I can't change. False, I get upset. It's easy for me to see all sides of an issue, but harder to know what my own opinion is because everyone's argument seems equally compelling. Sometimes, yeah, actually. I spend a lot of time longing for how things used to be or how they will be in the future. How they will be in the future, yes. I'm constantly dreaming about the future or remembering the past. I have such a hard time living in the present, and I'm really trying to work on that. I am focused on a constant drive to improve myself and others. Yep. Knowing that other people need me is important to my happiness. Yes. My life revolves around my work and my achievements. Yep. I love being central to the well-being of my loved ones. Yeah. I focus on preserving my resources because I feel there is not enough time, money, space. Others will want what I have. Yeah. I just can't go and relax until the work is done. Yep. After a while, I get angry when I give so much to someone and get nothing in return, but I would rarely let him or her know that. Yeah. I feel like I'm saying yes to everything. My mind always goes to what's wrong or what needs to be improved so that things get done correctly. Yep. I'm always searching for the depth in life's experience. Yeah. Private time is a necessity for me, and I need a lot of it. Private time I do need a fair amount of, but I also need a lot of social interaction. I am suspicious of other people's motivations and spend a lot of time trying to figure out what they're after. Yeah. I'm attracted to the dramatic side of life, even if it's dark and painful. Yes. I love to keep moving from one fun, interesting activity to the next. Yeah. I am often in a leadership role. I like to be in charge. Yep. Since I think everything through so thoroughly, I often feel paralyzed in taking action. Yep. Feelings are weak. It really turns me off to see others indulging them. No. Once I am alone, it's much easier for me to sort through an event and examine my feelings. Yes. I often don't know what I'm feeling or thinking in the moment. I have no tolerance for frustration. I must be in control of getting what I want. Yeah. I can most always get my way by being lighthearted and dancing around obstacles. No. Any kind of vulnerability is weakness. I will do most anything not to be weak. No. Vulnerability is something that everyone has. It's what makes us human. I must be constantly on guard and always ready to defend myself. If I'm prepared for the worst that can happen, I may be able to avoid it. Yes. And that's where my pessimistic side comes in. I want to always plan for the worst case scenario so that way I'm prepared when it happens. I enjoy making do with the least amount possible. No. I keep my friends and associates apart. Many of them have never met. No. I enjoy my own mind and imagination more than I enjoy being in the company of other people. I enjoy it a lot. I don't know that I enjoy it more. I can't understand why others focus on questions like, who am I? What's really important is how well am I doing? No, I need to know who I am. I'm very quick and energetic and nothing slows me down. The more I can accomplish, the better I feel. Yeah. I don't understand why others have to be unhappy. There is no good reason to waste time thinking about things that are depressing or painful. Yeah. I love to organize everything into a system I can monitor. Yep. I just love to organize. Anyway. Others say I'm calm and reassuring, and I often find myself in the role of peacemaker. No. I doubt and question almost everyone and everything. Yep. Other people tell me I'm driven and demanding. Yep. Giving to others is my natural role in life, and I'm proud of that. I wouldn't say it's my natural role in life. I'm always aware of some authority and their directive. I don't know what that's saying really, so no. It's almost impossible for me to relax and turn my mind off. Yeah. My likes and dislikes tend to vary depending on who I'm with. Yeah, I've always been really bad about kind of being a chameleon in relationships. I'm trying to that's one of the reasons I'm focusing on finding my true self, so I'm not a chameleon as much anymore. But yes, that is a thing that does still somewhat happen. I won't really trust anyone I haven't checked out thoroughly for sincerity and dependability, and this may take a long time. No. I secretly feel resentful that I'm so responsible and work so hard and many others don't. It's really not fair. No. I feel drained by what other people want from me. Yes. I love to start interesting new projects, but often following through to the end is boring. Yes. I often observe other people and events very clearly, but rarely reveal what I see. Yeah. I can't be loved if I'm just average. I must excel. Yeah. I love the opportunity to shine in the eyes of others. Yep. Feelings are insignificant in comparison to achieving goals. False. I am always concerned with how others feel about me. Yes. It's not safe to be successful because it exposes me to attack from others. No. If someone hurts me or mine, it's legitimate for me to take charge of their punishments. To take charge of their punishment? No. I feel trapped if I don't have many options available. No, I'd actually rather have fewer options. I believe in accentuating the positive and eliminating the negative. No. Negative's there, you gotta acknowledge it, otherwise it's going to come at you and you can't do anything about it. I'm always planning and looking to the future. It's so exciting. Yep, I experience frequent mood swings. Yeah, that was a question on Myers Briggs as well. I frequently use habitual activity, eating TV, to zone out. Yes, it's such a relief from the pressure of paying attention. Very much so. I'm inclined to do what is most comfortable rather than what is most important to me. Thing is, like, this is black, it's true and false. Like, I don't have a scale. So true though. I would rather be respected than liked. No, I want to be liked. Others tell me I'm too much, too loud or intense. Apparently, I intimidate them. Yes, I have been told that. I like the familiarity of daily routines and the comfort of settling into a serene, cozy environment that doesn't change. Yes. I avoid conflict at almost any cost. Yes. I'm judgmental and critical both of myself and others. Yes. There must be something wrong with me that I don't get the love and satisfaction that everyone else does. Yep. It really irritates me when I see others break the rules. Yep. Other people tell me I'm too sensitive and emotional. Yep. I am hardly ever satisfied with the results of my efforts. There's always something that could have been done better. Yep. Others say I worry too much and tend to be compulsive. I probably should lighten up. Yeah. I'm often uptight and irritated because I don't have enough time to get everything done. I'm not often uptight. I'm often irritated, but I wouldn't say I'm uptight. Like, I'm not like, oh, I need this, yeah. So no. I avoid what's ordinary or superficial and strive to be unique. Yeah, I'm bad about it. I have difficulty prioritizing and making decisions because everything seems equally important to me. Yes. Relationships often seem frustrating and confining to me. No. It's really easy for me to be exactly what another person needs. No. I spend a lot of time focusing on my abilities so I can be efficient and successful. Not a lot of time. I'm an expert at adjusting and adapting myself so I have the right image to get the job done. Yes. Relationships never measure up to the intensity I want. I have had that problem. Yeah, I'm gonna go with true. If I want something, I get it. Whenever I get involved in something, I do 120%. There is no halfway with me. Yeah. I will ignore my feelings in the interest of peace and harmony with others. Yeah. It's easier and natural for me to express anger. No. Excitement comes to me from relationships. If I'm not involved in at least one, I feel empty. Yeah. I have difficulty staying with one commitment because there are so many other things that interest me. Yeah. I think I experience more disappointment in life than other people. Yeah. My feelings tend to dominate my life. Yes. Okay, let's see. Most likely type 4. Second most likely type 2. Every time I've taken this, I've been a tie between a 4 and a 6. Okay. Full on 4. By a large margin, too. Type 4, the individualist. Intense emotional highs and lows. Fear, abandonment, and loss, driven to search for lost, ideal love, dissatisfied with life as it is, longing for the unavailable, so lives in past or future, succumbs to sadness and melancholy, creates dramatic crisis, feels unique and special, the one on the outside looking in, gifts, depth and intensity of feeling, creative, desire to express the essence of life, empathetic, goal, become authentic through unique personal expression. That's literally what I'm trying to do in life. I actually did learn something. I learned that I am the same Myers Briggs personality type, and Enneagram, I finally figured out which one I am. But yeah, I would definitely recommend Myers Briggs and Enneagram. They're both, I don't know how to explain, like, the differences. Okay, yeah, this is how I've always thought of it. Where Enneagram, like, explains how you think. It explains your motivations, your feelings, the way you think. While Myers-Briggs, it's associating your personality with your personal preferences. So yeah, Enneagram is more core, but Myers Briggs is still very interesting to me. So I would definitely recommend taking both, and please leave your results in the comments. I love this stuff. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please leave a like, and if you want to keep watching, there should be another video popping up right here. If you haven't, be sure to subscribe to become a part of the Ineffable community, because you are ineffable.